I'm going to very, very quickly explain how you do like cycle animations and individual reload animations. So, like, if you need to do an insert shell animation or segmented reload animation, this is how you do it, okay? So, I'm just going to do the shotgun as an example because we all know it's in the game and it works. So, pretty much what you're going to be taking is just like if I were to do a pistol, let's just look at my assault rifle real fast. Just to show you, this thing has reload and that's it. So if you do the reload, it always ends. It has a reload end at the very end. Wait, was that it? Nope, it's this one. Got reload end. You always call reload end. But you also increase the ammo in various locations, and you do a couple other things. So reloads are pretty simple, but this is literally just that, but split up into multiple different animations, right? So, to begin with your animation, you have the first is the reload start. So this is pretty much just going to be in the place of your reload, right? This is where your reload is. It's literally in the reload start tree, right? So you're going to start your reload. Oops. You're going to start your reload. Now, you have a couple ways you can do this. You can do, if you see in the reload start, you have a full start and an empty start. You can do different things depending on the weapon you're using. For instance, a lot of shotguns, you can pull the pump, or you can pump it back and then put a shell in the breech and then close the breech and then add more. I don't know if I'm getting any of these fucking terms right. I don't know anything about guns. But then you add shells. So if you need to do that, you can actually do that with the system. Anyway, Pop, he opens it up, puts a shell, and closes the pump, and then he goes to his idle pose here. Now this also exists with the start full. So if you don't need to do that, you can just go straight to that pose, right? It's just going to be a quick alert pretty much there. And then from this pose here, you go into inspect. Or fucking inspect. Insert. Jesus, I even read it. You go to insert, right? And this is where you're just looping, shoving bullets into your gun. You're just feeding that bad bitch, right? This is where that's for. So in the middle here, we're gonna go back. Actually, first let's talk about how we're gonna end these animations and transition from one animation to the next one. And that is at the start of reload empty. There's pretty much gonna be one key thing we're gonna be tagging, and it's this: reload insert. At the start of the reload, always, even here, always call reload insert. That'll pretty much branch directly into this insert animation. At the very end of the insert animation, guess what? Reload insert. You just keep on inserting shells. This will loop infinitely if it didn't know when to stop, which is based on how much ammo you have, your max ammo here, right? So it knows when to stop. Once that happens, it will automatically return your weapon to your idle pose. And then from the return animation, this is where we finally end the reload. We do reload end at the very end of the return. So that's exactly how you should set up your segmented reloads, right? Now, there is a mode in here that is not used in GTAD. If you go down to your fire modes, go to your fire settings, and then select the fire mode cycle, this is an interesting one, and I've not seen anybody do anything with this yet. So what that means is you're going to be, in the same way that breaking up your segmented reloads, or breaking up your reload into segments, you can do the exact same thing with your attack. You can break your attack up into the fire animation, which is the actual attack, and the cycle animation, which in this case would be pumping the shotgun, right? So you can make a separate animation for just firing, just the recoil, boom, right? And then he rests back at idle and doesn't do anything. And then click again, and he cocks his gun, right? He'll pump the gun. He'll do what it needs to cycle the next round in the chamber. And these even branch into the reload start trees. So that's why you can have different... You can have... Think of it this way. Let's say you fire a shot and then you don't pump it and then you want to reload it, right? Well, then in this case, you would then do the empty reload where he'll pull it back, eject a shell, put a new shell in, pump it up, and then you can continue from there. Or you can do the return to idle. It doesn't really matter. So if you've seen any of my work on like my test environment guns, you've seen that in play. I can even link a video in the description for that. But that's pretty much what that is. And so all you would do in this case would... I actually don't have an example of this, but there is literally... I'm going to go find it. There's like a cycle end. I'm pretty sure. Cycle start and cycle end. You don't need cycle start. you only need cycle end. You can literally call cycle end for when you do a regular cycle. So that's how it's done. That took 5 minutes. Wow, that took longer than I wanted it to. All right, get out. Fuck you. Goodbye.